Good afternoon, Flosstube friends. It is Sunday, July 10th, and around 5 in the afternoon. As you have probably heard on the news, those of us who live in Texas have been enduring triple-digit temperatures for many weeks, it appears, all the way up to 107, 108. Today, we're having a cool front. It's only 103 and no rain, so drought and heat. But we complain and we laugh about it and say, we love Texas, but if you're going to live here, you need to prepare for the heat of the summer. I'm back today because I have a fully finished object. I have 2 finishes and some plans, and of course a couple of WIPS. I don't even know if I gathered my WIPS, but I'm glad to be here, and it will be at least another couple of weeks before I'll be back, maybe 3 weeks, because I'm about to visit 2 of our daughters and their families. My Nana heart breaks every time I think about how far away a lot of our grandchildren are and children. So when I get an opportunity to visit, it is a huge blessing, and I cannot wait to be with those families, and I hope I'll be a little bit of help and a little bit of encouragement to those mamas. So I'll get this filmed today, and then I'll enjoy my time away, and when I get back, I'll have to share with you what I got done on my trip. So let's start with the finishes. Let's start with the fully finished. If you will remember, several months ago, it may have been February or March, I got my Scottish sampler framed, the one that came back from Linlithgow and was designed by Moira Blackburn. And it has hung on the wall in my kitchen since then, and I have looked at it and not been happy with it. So when I took another piece to be framed, I took the Scottish sampler back to this precious young man, and I said, you do such a great job. And I was trying to ignore the crooked stitches on this piece, but I just couldn't. Well, if he is not a champion, he redid this piece for me. And now when I look at it, I don't think, ooh. I look at it now and I think he is an amazing framer. So this is the one you've seen before, but now corrected, Moira Blackburn. And you know, I think you can see at the bottom that it is much straighter. The sides are much straighter. Everything about it looks better. So now I'm very happy with this. I wish I could remember the name of this sampler, but I've seen someone stitching it on Instagram. It's a beautiful stitch. So much fun because of the colors. And as I've told you, I spent a lot of time on this, especially on the pink house and the blue roof and the border. I mean, to have it beautifully framed on the second go round is a huge relief. So it will go back up on the wall in the kitchen, and I'm thrilled. So thank you for your patience with me about that, because I tried to accept it, but just couldn't do it. The big unveil is my Owl Forest Embroidery Sweet Home. And guys, this is not what I envisioned, but it is for us perfect. We went with the piece. My husband, I believe, found the frame. Maybe the framer helped us find this frame. And then the framer found the mat. We were going to try it without a mat, and then we decided with his recommendation that this mat would pull it all together. So this is also hanging in the kitchen on a different wall. We had a lot of confusion this morning as to where to put anything. You know, actually, the Scottish sampler is not in the kitchen anymore. It's in the den. We moved it. We've moved everything around. What do we do when we run out of wall space, stitchers? I don't know. But here is my Owl Forest Embroidery Sweet Home. And I hope We will not deal with too much of a glare. Let me get back so you can see how big it is. So we chose the green mat. It's, I guess, what I would call a spring green that definitely ties in all the greens in the piece. I'll try to get a little closer. He did an amazing job on this, just amazing. Let me let you just look. This piece was the most fun to stitch, and as you know, the only part that gave me stress was the yellow roof and those yellow borders, just because it was difficult to see without an amazing light. But now that it's framed, as we all do, I just love it. That bottom border is showing up so much better than I thought it would. And I do think that the variegated floss on their linen is just vibrant. So this is going to be a treasure for sure. And as I've told you before, I know it's not easy to get Owl Forest right now, but these pieces are so unique and so worth stitching. I'm working on Russian windows, or will be when I get back. And it's not as colorful as this. It's done in the blues and maybe a little bit of purples, lavenders. But just their floss and their linen together are so beautifully designed. So there is that finish, all finally finished. I could not be happier. It makes me want to have more finishes, but then I have to get them framed. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Okay, my next finish is a small one, and I'm going to see if I can hold this up for you. You knew that I was stitching, if you've been with me before, the Rosewood Manor small pieces that are the 4 seasons. And I had done summer, spring, and was working on autumn. So that is the finish I have. This is Rosewood Manor Autumn. I would like for this to catch some light. It makes it look dark on the camera. Obviously the browns are dark and the purple. But if I could get in a little closer, I shouldn't have waited so late to film. You'd be able to see the acorns or acorns, which is the theme, are the theme of the piece. I don't think there was a difficulty at all on this piece. I did have a little frogging over here, but I wish you could see these specialty stitches. And of course, I don't think I brought the pattern in here to tell you what those are called. You may know by looking at them, but they were so much fun to do. And then we have the Algerian eyelets here and up here. So 3 out of 4 of these seasons are complete. We will frame each one in its own separate frame, but all 4 the same so that they can hang together somewhere. This is on a pinkish mauve mystery even weave that was gifted to me. I believe it's 28 count, but so much fun. So it's finished. When winter is finished, I will take all 4 of these to be framed together. I think that will be a fun grouping in our home. So now let's talk about, oh, I have one more finish, but it's crochet. Guys, I'm scattered today, this heat. And packing, my brain always scatters. No matter how many packing lists I make, I have trouble. Anyway, I think I'm packed. So I finished the little pink baby afghan that I had started in the ripple stitch. This will be for the next sweet baby girl that we find out about. And you can see it's my usual, I think about 30 by 30, maybe 32 by, it's not the smallest you can do an afghan for a baby, but also not the biggest. And I did do a single crochet border. I often do that. And I was going to tell you what this yarn is. Okay, it is Baby Bee from Hobby Lobby. Soft and sleek baby. And the color, there were two colors I used in this. Pinkaboo, which is the solid pink, and then Pink Marled, M-A-R-L-E-D, which is the variegated. When you look at it, you cannot really see that there are two yarns in here, but there, I tried. Well, you can kind of see there. So, such fun. It has been washed and blocked as much as I can block it, so it will go in a safe place for the next sweet baby. I do have a family member whose wife is expecting. We don't know, or I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but if it's a girl, we're good to go. All right, now, oh, here is Autumn. I can tell you what those stitches are called. See, I'm definitely distracted today. Okay, Autumn, Rosewood Manor. Please excuse me. Those are called horizontal Smyrna cross stitches. Horizontal Smyrna cross. Excuse me. So that's Autumn. And I don't remember if I showed you the flosses last time, but look how beautiful. House of Embroidery from South Africa. So that was fun. All right, WIPS. Let's see. And plans. Let me do this, guys, because I will think about it now and not forget it at the end. My plans for my trip are to work on a Christmas angel that is one of the free lavender and lace patterns. I did not bring it to show you because it is packed. And to start winter, which is the last of the Rosewood Manor seasons. So I will be taking both of those with me. And I have one other sampler in my bag. We'll see if we get to that. It is, it is the Apostles' Creed. Is that my big toe? Oh, goodness. Well, if I work on it, I'll show you when I get back. So winter will go on the plane. I hope I'll have some time to stitch. Okay, I have 2 WIPs and a book list, and we'll be finished for today. And I thank you for coming. I appreciate everyone who takes time to watch. There are so many Flosstubers. And I welcome all the new subscribers and appreciate your comments more than you can ever know. I read them and it just makes my day. Okay, so I did work on my big sampler. That was my retirement start, A Savior's Praise. And everyone who said this is a fun stitch tells the truth. It is just a lovely stitch. And of course, it's huge. So I'm glad I'm enjoying the stitching. But here is where I am. Please forgive the thread that is hanging. I know that drives some people crazy. So I have finished 4 of the trees, all of the red birds, and I started whatever comes over here that's blue, but I put it away. I was tired that night, but I want you to see this border. I mean, how much fun is that for a border? The word humility, the word kindness, and look at that bird. If he is not the cutest. And then we have the patchwork heart and the flowers with the leaves and the stems. This was my one frogging. I had started this little line of the border in the dark green and realized that I had pulled the wrong color. It did not take long to rip that out, and I put it back in with the correct color. So I'm not taking this with me mainly because these are over dyes or anchor. They're both. But I don't think it can be washed after the fact, and I never like to travel with something that is not hand washable, just in case. So it's going to stay here, but it will come back out the minute I get home because I would love to finish the trees under the birds, and then there is a white bird that comes right over here. And then I would love to do this motif by the lady and the heart, and I'm about to show you what that is. This will be a very large piece, we have said that. So here we are. We're just in the middle, but that is that border finished for that section, which is exciting. Let me see what that other motif will be. Oh, haha. It's the giant flower basket. So that will be a project. This is what I had started, the strip of blue right here. So I guess I might as well tackle the giant basket and then maybe go up the border here because I would love to stitch some more of the beautiful blues. And then I can start the hem that we love so much. So there's that plan. Now my other, you know what, people? I can tell you what that fabric is. I have it. It is Edinburgh linen. The color is flax, and it is 36 count. Now, I may not have this paper with me again, so I'm glad I brought that. 36 count Edinburgh flax with the called for anchor and gentle art threads, I believe, arts. Okay. This last WIP is going to be a finish before the summer is over. I am close, but not as close as I'd like to be. It is another Rosewood Manor, Music Amongst the Trees, a gift from a dear friend, and I have been stitching critters, which has been so much fun, and I also finished the big tree. So I'm going to show you where I am, and then I will tell you what we have left. Let me see if I can hold this up. Okay, yes. So here we are. All the critters are finished. Lots of birds, a squirrel, a butterfly, a funky looking bunny rabbit. Let me see if I can point to that bunny rabbit. He's rather strange looking. An owl. These are precious little bunnies here. This bumblebee was, or is that a honeybee? It was so much fun. And another squirrel and a couple more birds. And then the big tree right here under the butterfly, right here. And you know, I had told you that there are tons of little trees. Well, I counted, including the trees that are this size and the ones that are, I'm sorry, I'm so wiggly, this size, they're tiny. There are right under 40 trees. So I don't even know how many I've done, but I've been working on those little trees this weekend. And when I get back, I'm going to just stitch trees until I finish, alternating with the Savior's Praise, because this piece is just, as I've told you, one that I have loved from the minute I received the graph, the pattern. Now, on this quote, she has graphed the person's name who said the quote, and it will go in that empty space. But I don't know if I want that on there, so I may put my initials and the year, or, you know, I would love to put my friend's initials who selected this and mine, because we've known each other, oh my word, 32 years? Yes, 32 years. So I may just do that if I can find some good, a good alphabet pattern that will fit in there. I think that's what I'll do. That will be very special to me. So, Music Amongst the Trees, Rosewood Manor. Let me hold it still. Almost finished. All the white space you see will be filled with little trees. So much fun. So let me show you her pattern again so you can see how those little trees fill in. See, they're just everywhere. Music Amongst the Trees. It's very appropriate. But I'm just going to thread as many needles as I need for the greens and the browns and the gray. I think some of the trunks are gray. and just go at it, because then I won't be changing threads and needles as much. So we're close. Oh, I want this one finished, and it really is going to happen when I get back. I could almost take this one with me, but I don't. I think it will be better in my stitching spot with my little thread organizer and just get serious about trees. Okay, I'm going to close with my book list. You know that my friend got me started on the Lady Hardcastle mystery series. People, I have watched almost no Flosstube when I'm stitching. I have been listening to these books, and it may just be me, but they are fabulous, entertaining, clean, just delightful mysteries. I want to tell you how many there are, and I will again tell you the first one in the series, and then I will tell you the two that are kind of at the end of the series, but not as much about Lady Hardcastle and her friend, lady's maid, Florence Armstrong. So the first book is A Quiet Life in the Country. That would be where you would start. The last two books are the ones that are a little different characters, but they weave in with some of the characters you've met before. And those are called The Deadly Mystery of the Missing Diamonds. I just finished that one a few days ago. And then A Baffling Murder at the Midsummer Ball. And I'm almost finished with that. So altogether, there are 10 Lady Hardcastle mysteries and 2, as far as I know, of the ones that come after that are the same characters. Again, if you love a mystery, if you enjoy, this would be in the 1920s, I guess, in England, you will really, really enjoy those. T.E. Kinsey, Lady Hardcastle, and the first being A Quiet Life in the Country. Okay, I think that is it. This is actually Flosstube number 80. I cannot believe I have 80 Flosstubes on this channel. And I think I just bumped over 1,500 subscribers. So I need to do a giveaway when I get back. And I will not forget. So if I do, someone comment and remind me. I'm just humbled and very honored to have your friendship and your support, and especially sharing this amazing hobby. Have a great rest of your July. I hope you are cooler than we are here. If you are not, do your best to stay cool, stay hydrated, stay healthy, and I will see you in probably 2.5 to 3 weeks with hopefully some progress, but definitely some news about those precious grandchildren and daughters. So take care. See you very soon.